In order to break the constitution deadlock, Nehru invited the National Conference to send a delegation to Delhi. The 1952 Delhi Agreement was formulated to settle the extent of applicability of the Indian Constitution to Jammu and Kashmir and the relation between the state and the centre. It was reached between Nehru and Abdullah on 24 July 1952. Following this, the Constitution Assembly abolished the monarchy in the Kashmir and adopted an elected head of state, Sardar Riyasat. However, the Assembly was reluctant to implement the remaining measures agreed to in the Delhi Agreement. In 1952, Sheikh Abdullah drafted from his previous position of endorsing accession to India to insisting on the self-determination of Kashmir. The Paraja Prasad undertook a civil disobedience campaign for a third time in November 1952, which again led to the repression by the state government. The Prasad accused Abdullah of the communalism, sectarianism, favoring the Muslim interest in the state and sacrificing the interest of the others. The Jana Sangh joined hands with the Hindus Mahasabha and Ram Rajya Prasad to launch a parallel agitation in Delhi in May 1953. Syama Prasad Mukherjee, a prominent Indian leader of the time and the founder of the Hindu Nationalist Party of Bharatiya Jana Sangh, later involved as BJP, made a bid to enter Jammu and Kashmir after denying to take a permit. Sitting has right as an Indian citizen to visit any part of the country. Abdullah prohibited his entry and promptly arrested him when he attempted. An estimated 10,000 activists were imprisoned in Jammu, Punjab and Delhi, including members of the parliament. Unfortunately, Mukherjee died in the detention on 23 June 1953, leading to an uproar in the whole India and precipitating a crisis that went out to the control. Observers state that Abdullah became upset as they felt his absolute power was being compromised in India. Meanwhile, Nehru pledged of a referendum to people of Kashmir did not come into action. Sheikh Abdullah advocated complete independence and had illegally joined hands with the US to conspire against India. On 8 August 1953, Sheikh Abdullah was dismissed as a Prime Minister by the Sardar Riyasat Karan Singh on the charge that he had lost the confidence of his cabinet. He was denied the opportunity to prove his majority on the floor of the House. He was also jailed in 1953 while Sheikh dissentant Deputy Bakshi Ghulam Muhammad was appointed as the new Prime Minister of the state. Period of the integration and rise of Kashmiri nationalism 1954 to 1974. From all the information, 95% of the Kashmiri Muslims do not wish to be or remain Indian citizens. I doubt therefore the wisdom of trying to keep people by force where they do not wish to stay. This cannot but have serious long-term political consequences through immediately it may suit political and public opinion. Jayaprakash Narayan, letter to the Nehru, May 1st, 1956. Bakshi Muhammad implemented all the measures of the 1952 Delhi Agreement in May 1954 as a subsequent to the Delhi Agreement. The Constitution application to the Jammu and Kashmir Order 1954 is issued by the President of the India under Article 370 with the concurrence of the Government of the State of Jammu and Kashmir. In that order, the Article 35A is added to the Constitution of India to empower the Jammu and Kashmir State Legislature to define permanent resident of the states and they provide special rights and privilege to those permanent resident. On 15 February 1954, under the leadership of Bakshi Muhammad, the Constitutional Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir ratified the state accession to India. On 17 November 1956, the Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir was adopted by the Assembly and it came into full effect on 26 January 1957. On 24 January 1957, the United Nations passed a resolution stating that the decision of the Constitutional Assembly would not constitute a final disposition of the state, which need to be carried out by a free and impartial plebiscite. After the overthrow of the Sheikh Abdullah, his Lieutenant Mirza Afzal Beg formed the plebiscite front of the 9th August 1955 to fight for plebiscite demand and the unconditional release of Sheikh Abdullah. The activities of the plebiscite front eventually led to the institution of the infamous Kashmir conspiracy case in 1958 and two other cases. On 8th August 1958, Abdullah was arrested on the charges of these cases. India's Home Minister Pandit Govind Ballabha Pant, during his visit to the Srinagar in 1956, declared that the state of Jammu and Kashmir was an integral part of India and there could be no question of plebiscite to determine its status afresh, hinting that India would resist plebiscite efforts from then on. After the mass unrest due to the missing of the holy relic from the Hazratbal Shrine on 27 December 1963, the state government dropped all charges in the Kashmir conspiracy case as a diplomatic decision on 8 April 1964.